It didn't take too long once roller coasters started being built that inversions, or basically a vertical loop, was attempted. Let's just say that even though it worked, most of the time, it was a failed run. It wasn't until 1975 when we would witness the first successful looping roller coaster. After the opening of Corkscrew at Knott's Berry Farm, we would see a flood of looping roller coasters hit the market. Every park wanted one, not just one inversion, but continued to push the boundaries. Corkscrew, located at Cedar Point, became the first roller coaster to feature 3 inversions. The ride was aiming for the first modern vertical loop, but that was beaten out by the legendary Revolution, located at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Fast forward to today, and now we have roller coasters that feature upwards of 14 inversions. They also come in many other shapes and designs. Originally, it was either a corkscrew or a vertical loop. Now there are a plethora of inversions to pick from, which leads me into the topic of today's video. I'm going to provide you with my top 10 favorite inversions. Before we get to this list, please do me a favor by clicking on that like button. Newcomers to my channel that love everything roller coasters, be sure to follow. Number 10, the vertical loop. Starting off with a classic, let's talk about the vertical loop. For most people, when you mention an inversion, this is the element that comes to mind. Most will call it a loop, some will say loop-de-loop, but by and large, the vertical loop is one of the most popular elements on a roller coaster. For a while, there was a point that if your roller coaster featured inversions, you could bet it would have a vertical loop. Now, the trend has very much shifted from this element, less looping roller coasters, and I use the term loop in the sense of the ride doing inversions, but anyways, the trend has shifted to other kinds. Thankfully, there has been a resurgence of vertical loops on modern roller coasters, with the most famous coming to mind, Copperhead Strike. It features 2 vertical loops. Other notable roller coasters with excellent loops would be Dominator at King's Dominion, Full Throttle at Six Flags Magic Mountain, and Yukon Striker at Canada's Wonderland. Number 9, JoJo Roll. First introduced back in 2005, this unique element was coined by one of the maintenance team members at Dorney Park when coming up with a new nickname for the slow-moving Heartline roll that happened immediately after leaving the station on Hydra the Revenge. The name stuck around as Copperhead Strike over at Carowinds featured a similar element, which is also called the JoJo Roll. Those who love hang time are going to dig this inversion because it's all about hang time. For some, this might not be your favorite element. The sensation of dangling from your restraint can be unnerving, but others, this is the favorite part of the ride. Number 8, Stalled Immelman. Relatively a new element, Vekoma took the concept of an Immelman and merged it with a 0G stall, giving you the Stalled Immelman. This inversion provides some of the best hang time I've experienced. Right now, the only roller coaster in the United States with this inversion is Flash Vertical Velocity at Six Flags Great Adventure. The roller coaster is a shuttle coaster, which means that you get to experience this crazy inversion twice, so twice the hang time. The element is composed of a half loop that, unlike a normal Immelman, will immediately start rolling out of the inversion once you reach the highest point. The stalled Immelman will leave you hanging upside down for a few seconds before rolling upright. Number 7, Flying Snake Dive. Currently, there's only one roller coaster in the world that has a flying snake dive, and it's found on Stormrunner, a hydraulic launch roller coaster at Hershey Park. The element is basically the combination of a barrel roll and a dive loop smushed together. The ride starts off like you're in a barrel roll, but halfway through the train starts to take a dive that creates some exciting laterals. I hear many coaster enthusiasts rank this inversion high in their books. With that said, rather puzzling that we haven't seen any more roller coasters with this maneuver. In the meantime, you'll just have to stick with Stormrunner, which not only has a great inversion, that launch is top notch as well. Number 6, Pretzel Loop. Most of the inversions I've been talking about so far have a focus on hang time. Well, it's time to change course with the Pretzel Loop. This crazy intense inversion, only found on flying roller coasters, will do the opposite of hang time by providing some crazy strong G-forces as you flip upside down onto your back. Because you are in the lying position, the loop starts at the highest point first, before taking a nosedive that flips underneath you, laying you on your back. The G-forces just crush you into your seat. The maneuver can be disorienting for some, but it's sure to be a memorable moment for everyone who experiences it. Notable roller coasters that feature this inversion would be Manta at SeaWorld Orlando, Superman Ultimate Flight at various Six Flags parks, and Tatsu at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Number 5. Heartline Roll. A popular inversion found on roller coasters by Rocky Mountain Construction. There are a lot of similarities between a barrel roll, heartline roll, and an inline twist. Some like to put them all in the same bucket, but it's worth mentioning the differences. A heartline roll rotates around the center mass of your body, so basically think of a line bursting out of the rider's heart, and the train rotates in a perfect circumference around that line. A barrel roll, well, there are arguments, as some say they are the same as a heartline roll, others say that they are closer to an inline twist. So if the heartline roll puts the center of gravity on the rider, an inline twist keeps the center of gravity with the track. So the train basically rotates around the track instead of the track rotating around you. The heartline roll is one of my favorites as it creates a nice sense of zero gravity. Some notable roller coasters with this inversion would be Airy Force 1 at Fun Spot America Atlanta, Twisted Timbers at King's Dominion, and Outlaw Run at Silver Dollar City. Number 4. Corkscrew. The original inversion. Corkscrews have been around since the first successful inversion in 1975. They are truly a classic element that has only gotten better as technology advanced. Back in the day, a corkscrew could be super janky, causing headbanging as the train rolled upside down. B&M improved on the concept, creating some of the best corkscrews on any roller coaster. The latest rendition takes me to Siren's Curse at Cedar Point. This roller coaster has 2 corkscrews that are butter smooth and very forceful. Though my favorites continue to be those snappy corkscrews you will find on inverted roller coasters. Most notables would be Afterburn at Carowinds, Great Bear at Hershey Park, and Montu at Busch Gardens, Tampa. Number 3. Zero G Roll. Similar to the heartline roll, except the exit and entrance of this maneuver is what makes this element. Basically, a zero G roll is taking a camelback hill, and at the very highest point of that hill, the train is rotated upside down through a continuous 360-degree motion. The best ones will be very snappy, creating some nice laterals throughout. Stardust Racers at Epic Universe features a great interlocking zero G roll known as the Celestial Roll that is sure to thrill anyone who rides. There are also some renditions to this inversion like the downward barrel roll found also on Stardust Racers The Yellow Side or Iron Gwazi at Busch Gardens, Tampa. It pushed the apex of the inversion to the second half of the element, creating stronger laterals. Other roller coasters with excellent zero G rolls would include Skyrocket at Kennywood, Talon at Dorney Park, and Kumba at Busch Gardens, Tampa. Number 2. Zero G Stall. This is a rather new element, only popping up over the past decade or so. Rocky Mountain Construction is the one who introduced this inversion, but Intimate Amusement Rides took the concept and really ran with it. The concept is quite simple. Basically, it's an elongated zero G roll. Instead of continuous rolling, the ride stalls when it's upside down, allowing you to hang there for a few seconds before rolling out of the maneuver. These inversions are now amongst my favorites, providing a mix between hang time and zero gravity. The longer the roller coaster is able to stretch out this element, the better it becomes. Some notable roller coasters that have excellent zero G stalls would be Velocicoaster at Islands of Adventure, Airy Force 1, Jersey Devil Coaster at Six Flags Great Adventure, Pantheon at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and Alpenfury at Canada's Wonderland. Number 1. Mosasaurus Roll. The ultimate inversion. Intamin took the heartline roll, inline twist, and kind of merged them into one element. Looking at this inversion, you would think it's just another heartline roll, but you would be wrong. When the ride flips you upside down, the center of gravity is slightly off axis, giving you what I like to call upside down airtime. You feel like the ride is trying to pull you out of your seat as you flip upside down. It's unnerving the first time you experience this element. Heck, it gets me every time I ride Velocicoaster. As of the making of this video, the only roller coaster in operation with the Mosasaurus roll is Velocicoaster, a term coined especially for this roller coaster, but again, it's very similar to a heartline roll. Some might argue that this belongs in the same category of the hardline roll, and to some extent you might be right. However, I have yet to experience a hardline roll or barrel roll that comes close to the one found on Velocicoaster. Well, that's my top 10 favorite inversions. I know that there are so many other inversions that are great that didn't make my list. Tell me your favorites in the comments. Until next time, this is X Scream Thrills.